And welcome to the game station, and it is time for the WWE Raw Monday Night Raw review for June 27th, 2016. We have a big episode to discuss, and sorry that it took me so long to watch the episode. I was really busy this week with a lot of things, with setting up me and my uncle's brand split universe, which you guys are going to get a nice look at right now. We might end up recording YouTube videos for this. I am not sure yet, but let's get right down into it. We started off the night with a pipe bomb promo from Seth Rollins right in the middle of the ring, talking about how Roman Reigns was suspended, talking about the tweet Roman Reigns sent out for his suspension, mocking him mostly for it. As you can see, some of the superstars I have in here, but then you can also see the ones that aren't being used. Oh my god, did I just see who? Oh, I thought I just saw. Sorry, there's a problem we're having with one of the superstars. We don't know who it is at the moment. But he went out there and talked about how Reigns does not deserve the match, how it needs to be a one-on-one match between him and Dean Ambrose at Battleground. Ambrose came out, he started talking, AJ Styles came out, said, I deserve to be in that match. Roman can be taken out and make it a triple threat, or Roman can be kept in and make it a fatal four-way. And then John Cena came out and said he deserves a spot in there and make it a fatal five-way. After all their bitching, Stephanie McMahon came out and she set up two matches, one between Seth Rollins and John Cena, and one between AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose. If AJ and Cena could win their matches, they would be brought into the Battleground match. And that was how the episode was started. Next, we had Charlotte and Dana Brooke versus Paige and Becky Lynch, all taking place because of... Oh wait, no, not Paige and Becky Lynch. Sorry for getting my matches confused. Paige and Sasha Banks, after all the stuff that happened last week on Raw and SmackDown. It was a very well fought match. I didn't write much on this one, seeing as how it was one of my lower points for the night. Paige and Sasha Banks came through with the victory, and Charlotte and Dana Brooke walked off with their heads held kind of low after losing the match. Next up, we had Titus O'Neil versus the WWE United States Champion Rusev. It was a very, very well fought match, with the United States Champion losing in the end by countout. Like I said, some of these were smaller matches. I didn't put a lot on them. Sorry, guys. Backstage news, because I'm starting to bring in every aspect of the episodes. Kane was talking to Stephanie about how he wants to run SmackDown. She talked about how when it goes live, one person will be running it, and that will be her. Then The Miz and Maurice showed up fresh off of recording the Marine 5 Battleground. Miz kind of complained about how there wasn't a red carpet treatment and all this other stuff. And then Kane talked about that Miz was gone for a month and talked about the rules of how you need to have a championship match every 30 days to keep your title. So Stephanie announced that he would be versing a mystery opponent later in the night. The Miz and Maurice acted all pretentious as they always do, which is kind of not shocking. I mean, come on, we all expected it, be honest. Let's see. Sorry, I'm editing some things around this. I need to edit some things. Let's see, where was next? The match, okay. And this would be for his Intercontinental Championship, which was an awesome match, and I'll get to that later in the night. As you guys can see, I'm changing up some of the tags because we're not using the versions that are in the actual tags. I've changed both of these to Undertaker and the other Kane. Even though I do like the Demon Kane more, but yeah. John Cena had his 14-year anniversary of joining in the WWE, debuting 14 years ago this past Monday against Kurt Angle, which was a very amazing match, and I know a lot of people have watched the match, and I actually have watched the match over before, even though not seeing it when it originally came out, when it originally happened. And he says here's to a good 14 more, or another 14 more. Seth looked visibly pissed off that he wasn't getting the one-on-one shot he felt he deserved, and that there was a possibility that he could be facing a fatal 5-way at Battleground instead of the triple threat or the one-on-one that he feels he deserves. The match was very close all the way through. Cena hit the AA, and Rollins got a nice rope break because of how far Cena had tossed him. Cena got Rollins into the STF after reversing the pedigree from Rollins, and then he was about to get it. He was very close. He pulled Rollins away from the rope, but just as he was about to lock the STF back in, the club came out, and AJ Styles distracted Cena long enough for Rollins to get the pedigree and the 1-2-3 pin. Cena will not be in the match at Battleground. It is staying a triple threat until the match between Dean Ambrose and I almost said John Cena there, and AJ Styles at the for the main event. Enzo and Cass came out and dropped one of their legendary, amazing promos that they always do. Sorry guys. They fought a match against a group I don't really know, so I don't really know much about what happened of who they were versing. Excuse me. I'm trying to continue, but that tastes terrible. Sorry guys, I had to burp. They defeated them very fast out of the Bada Boom Shakalaka, which is their tag move if you guys do not know. As they were celebrating their victory, giving another amazing promo to the crowd, the Social Outcasts came back fresh off of shooting for the Marine 5 Battleground. They said that they were hard, not soft. I'm sorry, not S-A-W-F-T, soft. If you guys don't know, Enzo and Cass are my favorite tag team in the WWE right now. They said they were hard, and Enzo and Cass made a very, very, very funny dick joke asking who the hardest was. All three of the members kind of fought about it, saying they were the hardest, and then they said they're just trying to make us fight about this. Let's see what else. Oh shit. The Social Outcasts went to run up at Enzo and Cass, and Big Cass put a giant big boot right into the face of Heath Slater, knocking him down, and it almost looked like Bo Dallas and oh shit, sorry guys. So again, Bo Dallas and who's the other guy? Fuck, I can't think of his name. Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel were gonna jump in and fight them, but then they backed away, probably because they were scared little shits, which, let's be honest, I'd be pretty scared of getting a big boot from Cass too. God damn, that motherfucker's huge. Oh, thank you. Let me keep looking. Then they left, walked away, and yeah. That was the end of that whole thing. Looks like it might be setting up for a nice feud with them. Who knows? I should have just done the fucking... Why did I do it with me fighting? I should have just done the thing that I always do where I'm not playing so that way I can focus. Because I wrote a script for this one, if you guys couldn't already tell. Let me restart that up and then not be in it this time. Let's go for Seth. Let's go for Dean. Excuse me. And let's go for Roman and start. Next up was the highlight. Well, not next up, but it was announced that the highlight reel would be coming back on Monday, and it was going to be talking about the past of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. The next match was Summer Rae and Becky Lynch, while Natalya was at ringside, and she talked about why she attacked Natalya after, or why she attacked Becky at Money in the Bank. As soon as Becky got into the ring, she threw her coat straight into Summer's face and attacked Natalya. Natalya went to walk away, and Becky tackled her right into the barricade and beat her ass pretty much continuously. And then JBL tried to say it was all Becky's fault, which makes him seem like a dick. He's saying that all of her friends have turned on her. It's maybe her fault, which I can't really say. Becky Lynch is awesome. I don't see why Natalya would do that. She could have turned at any point, but she chose right then and there, acting like it was unprecedented. And that was it. The highlight reel came up. Jericho told everyone to be quiet, said it was going to be a very magical episode. He talked about their he introduced his guests, Kevin, or wait, no, I'm skipping some stuff, sorry guys. He talked about how Zayn and Owens went after each other at Money in the Bank, letting Ambrose win, saying that lunatic who put 69 thumbtacks into his body was allowed to win the championship because of them attacking each other. He then introduced his guests, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. He talked about their past when they were friends, how they were tag partners for a long time, how Zayn was the best man at Owens' wedding, and then Owens betrayed Sami, and then he made a Game of Thrones joke reference talking about driving that Valyrian steel into his back and digging it in there, which I thought was very funny because I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. Sami stopped it right there and said that he went out there to stop the feud. He talks about the feud's past and says he wants to end it at Battleground. He talks about how if they keep doing that, it's gonna ruin both of their careers and neither of them will actually be better because of it. Sorry guys, I'm still kind of, yeah. Owens is kind of quiet for a while, so Sami calls him a coward, saying, "You betrayed me not for business, but because it was a personal reason. You were mad because I got to the WWE first and all of this stuff. That's why you betrayed me as soon as you got here." Owens told him it was just for business, said he was happy when Sami got to the WWE a year and a half before him, but Sami was not happy when Owens finally made it. He was a bad friend, and Jericho even said you were a bad friend, that Sami Zayn is a bad friend for that. Owens said that it was just business, nothing else. It was what was best for his career, what was best for Sami's career. And then Kevin blames Sami for ruining their friendships. He said it was because Sami wasn't happy for Kevin when he got in the WWE, and that Sami was to him. Then Sami was to him because he was very happy for Sami when he got into the WWE. And then they announced the feud will end at Battleground. Jericho praises himself, insults the fans, and says that Sami Zayn will never have a career if he doesn't realize that the fans don't matter. Owens and Zayn both gave Jericho a double super kick, probably the last good team thing they'll ever do together because they hate each other completely. Mainly because Jericho was being a giant self-loving jackass the entire fucking time. Sorry, I just got on my script. I have to scroll back down. Where was it? Okay. The Miz came out for his Intercontinental Championship match against none other than Demon Kane. Everyone was shocked that that's who he was facing. JBL said, "You don't prepare for this. This is why I'm retired," and I was laughing because it's true. You cannot prepare for Demon Kane. That is one psycho person in the ring with you right there. Everyone in the arena was pretty shocked about that. They weren't expecting Kane to be out there. They were expecting, my guess, someone like Dolph Ziggler or someone along those lines. Someone that would fit the Intercontinental title in a good way. The match went on for a little bit. The Miz was getting pretty dominated by Kane. Kane was prepared for a chokeslam. Maurice distracted him. She fell off the apron and hurt her ankle. Excuse me, guys. And hurt her ankle. And when the Miz saw this, he went out. He kind of was doing a move to Kane on the ropes, and he went outside the ring after this to make sure Maurice was okay. He asked her if she was okay, and he gave up the match. He lost by count. Shows when The Miz took Maurice to the backstage that he has his priorities straight. He wanted to make sure his wife was okay. He didn't care about winning that match. And backstage, we found out that Maurice faked being hurt so The Miz wouldn't have to fight Kane, and it worked. She definitely was able to make him survive that match, which was really good. The next match after that was a tag team match between the Swiss Superman Cesaro and Apollo Crews versus the Celtic Warrior Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio. I can't do the rolling my R's. Rio. Cesaro and Crews were on top for a lot of the match. At the beginning, Sheamus hit the Irish Curse, but couldn't get the 3 count. Sheamus and Cesaro were both able to tag in their partners after being very hurt. And then Del Rio tagged in Sheamus and booted him right off, giving Apollo Crews a chance to boot the steel steps into Sheamus's face while he walked away. And then Crews and Cesaro got the win with a pinfall. Ambrose had a backstage interview that was ambushed by Stephanie, saying that it was how much of an embarrassment it was to have him as champion. On SmackDown, Ambrose will be on Miz TV, which is a very good thing to look forward to, I guess, which is tonight for me. The New Day made fun of the Wyatt family. They were dressed up as them. They talked about the feud with them, saying how the Wyatt started it, which they really did. They talked about their feud with them, saying that the Wyatt started. They made fun of the Wyatt's hygiene and their clothes, saying who'd wear that while they were winning that. Woods said they should wrap it up, and Kofi and Big E said no, we're just getting started with this ROAST roast. Then the New Day got a big surprise. The Wyatts came out, obviously. They cut a great creepy promo, as they do, talking about how the New Day just preaches their power of positivity and how he talks about how they need to talk about everything in the world. Kofi says the power of positivity is a movement. Bray talks to Woods, who seems to be falling under the Wyatt spell. Bray tells him he can confide in him. New Day boss. The club talks up AJ before his match against Ambrose. The draft, which is on July 19th, is talked about more, which I'm very excited for. Renee Young asked the New Day if they thought it was a good idea to mess with the Wyatts. Kofi and Big E said yeah, and Woods just looked kind of scared and walked away. The main event had Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles, with Seth Rollins watching on from the commentary table. Rollins is shocked that he's actually rooting for Ambrose to win, and it is a first time ever match between AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose. The match was very well fought. Dean and AJ put up a very good fight with each other. Styles went up to the top rope, and Ambrose pulled him down and hit a very strong slam onto the apron. Or not apron, onto the mat, sorry. AJ went for the phenomenal forearm, but was reversed. Then Ambrose went for the dirty deeds, but it was reversed. Ambrose hurt his left leg after jumping off, after AJ caught him off the turnbuckle in a move, and AJ locked in a calf crusher on Ambrose. Dean crawled to the rope in the pain to get the break. Ambrose jumped through the ropes at Styles, landing on his bad leg. Styles hit the Pele kick. The club came out. Styles tried to get a quick pin, but Ambrose kicked out. Cena came out and got rid of the club. Ambrose hit the dirty deeds and got the 1-2-3 pin. The match at Battlegrounds, if you couldn't already tell from the match that's playing out in front of you, is going to remain a triple threat between the former members of the Shield, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose. After the match, Anderson and Gallows attacked Cena, and Rollins hit a pedigree on Ambrose. The club attacked Cena on the ramp, and they dropped him right on the steel stage. And that is everything for this week's Monday Night Raw review for June 27th, 2016. I've been Cameron.